Hey, another video, another week. Actually, this is the fourth video already. It was quite fast, a month doing this. Today's video starts with the gym stuff, so let's go. In the previous weeks, the weights that I've been lifting over the weeks have been increasing, but this week everything went to a complete stop. So I'm not lifting heavier than I was in the previous week. And that's actually expected, and it means that something has to change. Now what I'm gonna do to make sure I'm getting stronger is increasing the volume of the workout. So I'm gonna lift more, not necessarily heavier, but I'm gonna make more repetitions, and that will increase the volume. Always a combination of multiple things, more volume, more food or more energy, and also getting more efficient at the main lift, so you just get better at the movement. So you squat better or you deadlift better, and those small adjustments need to be done every time you're not increasing the weight of the main lifts. And this way you know that if you're getting stronger, you are building muscle and you are growing. And that's actually quite a nice system, very simple way to track everything. Just by tracking those main lifts, you know what you have to adjust afterwards. And eventually everything will start going green again, and I will keep improving. And actually, talking about green, I need to leave like now. So here in Luxembourg there's an organization of farmers where you can pay a yearly fee, and when they start harvesting you get access to part of the harvest that is divided by everyone that is a member. And today, well, 2 weeks ago the harvest started, and this is where I'm going now. I'm gonna get my share of all the vegetables and all the greens that belong to me, from grown here in Luxembourg. So everything is local and everything is supposedly nice and fresh, and I think it should be a lot of it. Let's see if I brought enough bags. Getting closer and closer. Can taste it. And that's it. That's how you get your vegetables for the next 3 weeks probably. So it's a lot of foods, a lot of greens. We have some spinach, we have some radish, we have some wild garlic, some sage also, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't really know the name in English. Now it's a matter of just cleaning everything and storing it away so that we can eat it through the week. I have a vegetarian girlfriend, so taking care of all of this shouldn't be a problem for her. So that's that. One thing I noticed from not being a student anymore is that my relationship with food needs to change a little bit so that I can keep being healthy. When you are a student, you have more time to cook, and I personally love to cook, and I would spend a whole day just cooking. But now I don't have that luxury anymore. I have a full-time job and I need to work in the morning. I just leave in a hurry, and when I get home I just want to have something to eat, to work on my things in Road Delta, for example. So I want to alleviate time from cooking so that I can spend doing things I want. And because of that, I'm doing now meal preparation. And this basically consists of me during the weekend going to the supermarket and buying stuff for the week. During the weekend, I also prepare everything and I label each meal for each day of the week. So then when I get home, I have just a quick meal, and it's a nice meal because I prepare it. I'm just being honest here. And I want to share this, and it's pretty simple. A lot of people here that I met here in Luxembourg, mainly students, really don't know how to cook, or if they know, it's very unhealthy. I'm just gonna share some tips to make sure meal preparation is as easy as possible. And that's it. Let's cook. To plan a meal, I always start with protein and then I build from that. Usually because I'm going to the gym and I need a clean source of protein. Chicken is usually what I start with. But I don't want to focus on ingredients because a lot of people have their own needs and they don't eat certain things. So I'm just gonna focus on techniques, ways that you can cook that produces delicious food fast and in batches so that you can then divide all of that food during your different days of the week. The one pot dish is definitely one of my favorite techniques. I can cook a lot of food and I don't have to do much. I just need to throw everything I like into the pot, and at the end I have a lot of food that I can divide into all the weeks. And in terms of cleaning, it's also very easy. So it's fast and delicious and yields a lot of food. The second is just using the oven to cook batches of food. I use this also more or less like the one pot. So I just throw everything into something that can go to the oven, and I cook like a lot of chicken in one time. Or I now started doing pizzas. So I just do a big pizza that I buy the dough at the store, and I mainly do either chicken or tuna pizza, and yields a lot of food that I can then divide for all the week. These techniques are usually what I use. Sometimes I also do some falafel when I want to get a little bit more creative and hands-on, but of course that will take a little bit more time. For the breakfast, before going to the gym, I usually have a slice of banana bread that I do during the weekend. In the morning, you just take a slice and you can add a little bit of yogurt, or you can have it with your coffee. And that's already a very good breakfast that can fill you up before the gym or after the gym, and that's it. This way you are not sacrificing your health and you are still eating nutritious food, and you still can be productive, and you only need to spend a little bit of time during the weekend planning and making the food, but then during the week you don't have to even think about it. I never talked about it here in the vlog, but I'm from Portugal and I came here to Luxembourg to study. Eventually I met my girlfriend and the circumstances led me to work here, and now I'm living here. Usually I go in my vacations to Portugal to see my family and friends, but I've been thinking about it, what led me to this situation. More and more I feel like it's more than financial reasons or studying reasons or academic reasons. It was more and more that I think about it, I think it was more personal. I needed a challenge, I guess, and coming here to a foreign country was exactly what I needed. I already felt like going to study to Lisbon was a challenge because I'm not from the center, so I'm like a town called Albufeira. Leaving home at 17 and going to Lisbon to study was already a big jump for me. I had some problems in terms of like anxiety and talking to people and just having a normal conversation, and that jump, that challenge of going to Lisbon was already nice, but I felt after the bachelor's that I still needed a final push. Not final meaning that now I'm like the best I can be. Of course, with these videos and Road Delta I'm still striving, but I made a lot of progress in that in that regard of just communication, social, and just speaking to people. So yeah, I think this coming abroad and just meeting a lot of people and having to speak a different language than my own really pushed me to become better at that, socially, emotionally, and all of that. Yeah, studying abroad I think is one of the best things someone like me with the my problems or my challenges, let's say it like that. It's like one of the best things you can do to just go outside uh, with just yourself and just live the life that you want to live and be exposed to this kind of things, and you will grow from it. It's not always easy, but eventually you will meet people and you make friends, and that's something you understand, that it's very easy to make friends if you are coming from the right place, and they also are coming from the right place. So I, again, for deep stuff, I like to write it down. So I made a blog post. So you can go to rolldelta.com and find a link down below where I can express myself better with these things, and you can understand better where I'm coming from and my point of view. Hope you guys are liking in these videos. Please like, really helps the channel to grow. Also subscribe if you want to see more videos like that. And I see you on the next week. Next week will be quite different, so stay tuned. But yeah, thank you. Bye.